Welcome to the Good Conflict Kitchen. Today, we are serving up something essential, something that can turn a tough conversation into a meaningful one. I'm Len B. Hofer, a certified conflict mediator and co-founder of Good Conflict. Around here, we help leaders rethink conflict through our courses, free resources, and trainings. Now, I know the words conflict conversation might sound like something to avoid, but hang in there. Because just like a good meal, the right ingredients, they can make all the difference. And one of the most powerful ingredients, revealing questions. They are the secret sauce behind looping, which is an active listening tool we use to get to the heart of what matters most in a conversation. Looping means really tuning in to discover what matters most to the other person, paraphrasing what you hear, and making sure the other person feels seen and also understood. We covered looping in a previous video, so check that out if you haven't already. Now, here is the thing. Looping only works when you bring real curiosity to the table, and that means asking thoughtful questions that go beneath the surface. That is how you uncover the understory, the deeper issue that's usually hiding underneath the conflict. I will tell you, we get it. When tensions are high, this can feel awkward or even risky. But like any good recipe, it gets easier with practice. Today, we're sharing a good conflict recipe straight from our masterclass so that you can start building stronger, braver conversations right now. Let's dig in. At this point, you know the value of looping. It's the skeleton key that unlocks conflict. But listening, even listening really well, isn't always enough to get to the understory. It is also critical to ask different questions, revealing questions. These are the types of questions that cause people to reflect, disclose uncertainty, and be more vulnerable. We're talking about questions such as, how has this conflict affected you personally? What would it be like if you woke up tomorrow and this problem was solved? How might you know? Where do you feel torn? What's a question that nobody's asking, but they should be asking? With help from conflict experts and journalists around the world, we've crowdsourced 15 questions to ask in conflict. You'll find them all in your conflict playbook. And of course, there are other great questions out there, maybe some that you can share with us, which we would love, by the way, so please do that. The idea is to nudge people off of their usual talking points or their surface level responses and elicit more interesting information. These revealing questions help us access stories and experiences that people may not usually think about sharing. And yet, they can help us understand what caused someone to believe a certain way about something, whether we agree with their views or not. So, how do we combine looping and revealing questions to get even closer to the understory? Well, let's put on our chef hats and imagine that we are preparing this mouth-watering meal. And you do not need to search for a recipe. We've got it all for you. And here's what it includes. These are the essential ingredients of a good conflict conversation. So, of course, there's looping and revealing questions. Those are our two key ingredients. And as with all recipes, over time, you'll likely swap out different elements to see what works best for you. The goal is to find a combination of ingredients that gets you to the understory. Are you ready? All right, here is the recipe. You will loop the first question you ask, which might be, how did we get here? Second, follow up with, tell me more. Then, loop their response. After that, ask one or more revealing questions that feel most appropriate to your conflict. What's next? Yes, you guessed it. You will loop the response that you get. Once you feel like you understand and identify the understory, ask if you can share your perspective on the matter. And that's it. That's the recipe for combining looping and revealing questions. It's a winning formula for uncovering what's at the heart of your conflict, what it's really about, and why for the other people involved. What we found to be beneficial in using this recipe is first to identify your understory. At the very least, it helps you understand where you're coming from and makes your perspective seen and valued, if only at first to yourself. We know that conflict can be exhausting. Acknowledging and making space for yourself, your emotions, your understory, that is necessary to put you in the right headspace to offer the same to others. And there it is, your recipe for a better conflict conversation, plated and ready to go. Of course, like any signature dish, this one takes practice. So, do you want to hit start? We've put together 15 revealing questions to help you in any conflict, free inside our starter toolkit. The download link is in the description. And if you are hungry for more, our full Good Conflict Masterclass is packed with bite-sized, digestible lessons just like this one. You can enroll right now using the link in our bio. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and also hit the bell so that you are the first to know when the next video drops. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.